evaluator of Tom Rich today. And Tom today is going to be doing an exciting icebreaker. His icebreaker speech objectives would be to basically speak to an audience, and stand in front of everyone and speak, to discover his speaking skills, and work on some things that might be identified as things to work on to improve your speaking skills. His speech today is 4 to 6 minutes. And I can tell you the name of his speech. It is Blogging My Brand.
I believe now we go to our topic master.
Nope. Speaker phone, yeah.
Okay.
He introduced our speaker, which is Tom, and then he gets it.
Tom is our next speaker, and we.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow members and guests. I recently had a personal branding class up at UNR. And as part of the class, we had to develop a brand, and then we had to develop a blog around our brand, and then post to it 2 to 3 times a week throughout the course of the semester. So for my brand, I selected Green Technologies, and I really wanted to focus on how they applied to the transportation industry, because I work here at NV Energy and Fleet Services Department. So I have a passion for nature, and I wanted to combine that with what I do for a profession. So I came up with the Green Blog theme on transportation. So today what I want to do is just show you my blog a little bit and talk about some of the posts that I did. I thought this would be kind of nice to give me a chance just to sit down, too, and not have to stand up and run through. So anyway, this is my blog here. Let's see. This is my blog here, and you can see that for my opening page, I used a quote from Albert Einstein. We shall require a substantial new manner of thinking if mankind is to survive. And I thought this was really true with the population of the planet approaching 7 billion people. I think we really need to be a lot more conservative about the way we're using our resources and then the way we're returning our resources to the earth. So I really think we need to get more focused on that if we are going to survive. And then if you come down a little bit here, you can see that my goal is to move society towards a more sustainable future was kind of the theme for my blog. And this is the last blog I did here, the Hydrogen Highway or Bridge to Nowhere. And if you remember right, George W. Bush promised us a hydrogen highway. So I'm like, hey, where's my hydrogen highway? I want a car that runs on water at $4 a gallon. I want my water car. So what I found was that there are hydrogen cars out there, but we're really not very close to having a hydrogen highway. This is the latest prototypes for hydrogen vehicles, and they would cost you about $180,000. So don't see one of those in my garage anytime soon. Then the other problem with hydrogen is they won't run on water. They'll actually run on pure hydrogen, and to do that, we're going to have an infrastructure that replaces all our current gas stations with hydrogen stations. So that's probably not going to happen either. So probably not a hydrogen highway out there, really. Another thing I want to show you here is that as I went along through my blog and got better, I got better at making it more entertaining. My original blogs were just text. I kind of just typed in there, and then as I went along, I learned to insert some artwork in there, and then you'll see here that I have these blue guys are hyperlinks. So I was trying to learn my subject because I didn't know this stuff. I wanted to do it so I'd get better at my job and know more about the industry. I hyperlinked into the places I was going to get information. So each of these hyperlinks will take you to the article I read to learn about the topic. And then if you come down a little further, I got to the point where I was inserting YouTube videos into it. And this is one where General Motors executive on the hydrogen platform talks about their latest car and the technology that's really driving the industry. So got a little bit better at doing it. This blog here looked at batteries and are they going to be filling our land had one on post-Fukushima nuclear, where's the nuclear industry going after that disaster. This one here was on hybrid vehicles, and we've had a lot of success with these in the NV Energy fleet, so they've been really good technology. I really enjoyed doing this one here. It's not a bunch of garbage, and it talks about our landfill plants and how we can use those for energy. And what they do is they take that garbage and they turn it into methane gas. Then that methane gas is pumped into a generator, and we then use the generator to generate electricity and backfeed it into the system. So we actually have that technology here in Reno. Up in Lockwood, we have a plant, and those of you who work for NV Energy have probably seen in our newspaper that we've been talking about it. So very proud of Reno to have that technology. I think every city should have that technology. I also, back further in my blogs, did one on sewage treatment plants that use that same technology. And so once again, that's something that should be used in every city. That's a renewable resource that's not going anywhere. I mean, I see all the McDonald wrappers around. There's plenty of methane to go around, so we should be focusing on using that source of energy. Another one I did was don't let winter spoil your bicycle commute. And I did several blogs on bicycles and commuting because I think it's a viable alternative to driving your car everywhere. It allows us to be a healthier society, and it reduces our dependence on foreign oil. So I actually did about 3 blogs, and this one was pretty simple. I was just kind of doing a little bit of a space filler here and just told people how they could commute during the winter time. Don't let winter spoil your commute. You know, be prepared for it to get dark a little bit earlier, be prepared for it to get cold outside, and you can still commute. Another one that I did was on master plans. Every city has a master plan, and as part of that plan, there's a section in there for pedestrian services and bicycle routes in particular. And I was really shocked to see that Reno actually has a bicycle commuter plan out there. As a cyclist in Reno, our infrastructure really isn't very good. It's very broken up and spread around and not the greatest. But we actually do have a plan, and then in that blog I refer to a much better plan. The city of Richmond in California has a terrific bicycle plan that really shows their commitment to cycling as an alternative to driving your vehicles. Well, that's really what I've got for my blogs. I've posted 26 blogs here, so there's plenty of them out there. I figured I had plenty of ammunition to get through an icebreaker speech today. But I really enjoyed doing this project for school. I thought it was a great project. Like I say, it forced me to learn something that I was interested in anyway, and I wanted to get better at, so it worked out really well for me. I truly believe that if we are going to survive, we need to change the way we think and move towards a more sustainable way of life. I want to encourage all of you, go out and take a look at my blog, and I hope it inspires you to reduce your carbon footprint and reduce your impact on the planet. Thank you.